Hey, do you like thrifting? Is thrifting something that you enjoy? Then this isn't the video for you, because I'm talking to the people that whenever you go thrifting, you're never able to find anything. I'll be able to help you with that. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here and excited to make this video because thrifting is literally in my blood. If you love thrifting, stop. This is not the video for you, but you can stay if you want, because I love to talk thrifting with my fellow thrifters. But if you go to the thrift store and you always find yourself aggravated because you see people on social media, your friends are able to find great items at the thrift store, but you just can't find anything, these next tips and this little rant I'm about to go on is going to help you walk out with luxury items from thrift stores you would have never thought carried them. Alright, so let's go with number one. Never go thrifting hungry. If you're hungry, you're going to be hangry, you're going to be in there for a while. You never want to go to the thrift store and You never want to go to the thrift store and expect to be there for 10-15 minutes. You want to set aside a good 2-3 hours for the thrift store. This is a half-day event. You go and you get breakfast, make breakfast at home, make sure you're well nourished, make sure you had good sleep, and you're in a good mood. Very important for when you're thrifting. When it comes to finding luxury in a thrift store, you want to understand that it will not last. So as you're going through and you find something and you're not sure of it, sometimes it's because the brand isn't well known, but it is something that is very luxurious, very good quality, something you want to add to your closet. So again, I'm going to call it your thrifting assistant. Your thrifting assistant, your phone, is what you're going to want to use to look up the brand that you're looking at. So if you see something you're like, oh, I kind of like this looks really good quality. Look up the brand, see the reviews, actually look at the price. The price will indicate to you where they're sitting on the scale of luxury. And that is a great indicator of whether you want to purchase the item, even if it's to resell or give to a friend. It's good quality and you'll be able to find that information. I want to share this story with you because I love thrifting and have been thrifting for the past like 15 years, I would say. But this pivotal moment is what changed my perspective of thrifting. And what happened is me and my girlfriends went after work to go to a thrift store. If you live in Toronto, Ontario, you know Queen and Spadina is very well known for thrift items, vintage clothing, very hip and happening scene. I haven't been there in a while, but it was at the time. And so we decided to go to this thrift store, which is kind of in a basement. I don't know the name. I don't remember the name of the store. It was 10 minutes to closing, and we were like, we want to see what's inside. It looks really cool. Let's go in. So we went into the thrift store, and we were roaming around looking at all of the clothing, tops, bottoms, whatnot. And I was like, I'm not really finding anything. And my friends were like, yeah, let's go. And I was like, wait a minute. Let me check the accessories. Mind you, checking and looking at accessories in thrift store is something that I just don't do. I have been really bad at buying accessories for myself because I'm always like, clothes, more clothes. But at this time, I decided I wanted to check out the accessories. So asked the lady to open up the little storage that she had the scarves and belts and things locked away. So I go through everything, and then I get to the scarves. And I'm like, ooh, I see a lot of paisley, old granny kind of looking scarves, but I'm into that stuff. So, that old money look, you just have a cute little scarf tied at the side. Very cute. But in this moment, I was like going through the scarves one by one, and then all of a sudden, this like really bright Tiffany blue scarf popped out. And I was like, okay, let me take a look. So I pull it out from the bunch, and guess what? This scarf is a Tiffany blue Chanel scarf. I was absolutely blown away. Beautiful. It looked authentic. What do I know about authenticating? I don't know. So what did I do? I pulled out my phone like our generation does, and I searched it up how to authenticate, and in the matter of 5 minutes I gathered enough information to be like, you know what, even if it was fake, the time and the price of the scarf was literally worth it. It was so worth it. I got a authentic Chanel blue scarf for $60 from a vintage retailer in Toronto, Ontario on Queen Street. So with that being said, sometimes the most unexpected items or unexpected things you're not looking for, you'll be able to find it in luxury at these thrift stores. So these next few tips that I'm going to give you is going to be able to equip your closet with all of the name brand items that you want and that you're looking for. So when looking at what thrift store you want to go to, you want to make sure that you're going to a thrift store that is I would say an organization. Sometimes nonprofits are great, like Salvation Army. Value Village is for profit, but it's also a bigger organization. Why? Because the pricing will be much lower. If you go to a store that is a thrift store, but it's a smaller store, people have to pay for services. So the owner of the store will pay for somebody, a buyer, to go and look through this thrift store. With all the tips that I've given you today, they will use that advice and go to thrift stores and find items and then flip it. If they're flipping it and they buy it for $10, they're gonna sell it to you for $20, $30, even $40. So you want to be the person to get it for the $10. And that's why my suggestion for saving money would be to go to a bigger, a non-profit organization or a thrift store rather than going to a niche thrift store. If you are somebody who doesn't have the time or doesn't like to look through and go into those bigger stores, and you don't mind spending the money, then going to a niche thrift store or a much smaller privately owned thrift store might be your best route. So for all of you shoppers that are like, I never can find anything when I go to the thrift store, or if you're the type B person and you go to the thrift store and you find all of this stuff and you're so excited about it, bring it home and you use nothing of it, end up donating it, and it goes back to the thrift store, stop. What you want to do is create some sort of vision board or think about what you're looking for in the stores. So when you go shopping regularly, you think of, okay, I need jeans. I'm gonna go to the denim stores, right? So you want to do the same thing when you thrift. What I do in particularly is I use my phone and I write down, or I have a little bit of a list, what exactly I want from the thrift store. So here I have a denim jacket, some boots, right? These are things that I'm looking for when I go to the thrift store. So it can keep me on track and keep me responsible with my spending, so I don't buy and just consume and not do anything with it, right? That's a way of making sure that you find what you're looking for in the thrift store and limiting your time. Now that you have your list of things you want to buy when you go to the thrift store, or targeted items that you want to buy when you go to the thrift store, I highly suggest that if you're going with somebody, make sure that they have patience, because this next step is going to get you. If you're looking for jeans, you don't just go and look like, I'm gonna look and see what's there. No, honey. You have to go to your size, and even I would say from the front of the rack to the back, because sometimes people take sizes out and place them in different areas, and you want to go one by one through the denim collection that's there and see what they have. If they have something that is a luxury brand that's there, they won't put it out on display all the time. Sometimes it's put away and it's tucked away. So you want to make sure that you're going through and looking at every denim, every piece of denim, every jean that you see, so that you can optimize your possibility of finding something that is luxury or a luxury denim brand. You want to ensure that you're targeting the areas that you have on your list. So if you're looking for denim, you go through the denim area. Shirts, you go through t-shirts. That's if you're limited for time. If you're not limited for time, I would go through that store from top to bottom to be able to be like, okay, I saw everything and I didn't see what I came here to see. You can leave knowing that you didn't find what you were looking for. But if you go and you're just browsing and looking around and just glancing at items that pop out at you, sometimes those really great brands aren't going to pop out at you. You want to look through each and individual rack, each individual item, and go to the areas that you don't usually go to. For instance, my story with the Chanel scarf, go through the accessories, the bags, the shoes, the scarves, and if there is sort of a gated area that has a glass display case, definitely go to that area and look through it thoroughly, because they usually keep their well-known luxury items in that area of the thrift store. Before I go to the trusty yes no pile, let's take a stop and look at quality. When you're thrifting, don't buy things that are faded, even if it's like a cool Nike crew neck, you know, and it is very trendy right now. Buy stuff that is, you know, good quality, has a few more washes in it, like it can take a lifespan of wash cycles. You want to ensure that there's no oil stains. Oil stains are very difficult to get rid of and damage items, and I find it all the time in thrift stores. People are giving away things with oil stains in them, and then you're not really able to do anything about it. You're like, oh, I'll take it home, I'll cut it or wash it and see if it comes out. Don't. It's a waste of time. Just let it be. And if you have a hack for oil stains, put it in my comments below, I guess. And yeah, let's talk about it, because I haven't been able to come across that. Definitely look for loose threads, look for holes, and smell. If it's retaining something that's really stenchy, then you don't want that in your closet, and a wash won't do it. Just leave it there. Know your worth. Know, even though the item is something that you might be looking for, there will be better out there, and just be patient, because you'll find it if you keep looking. Another thing is size. When you're purchasing items from the thrift store, make sure that you're staying true to your size. If I am in extra small and I'm looking for a baggy fit, I don't want to go extra large just because it's something that I'm looking for and then it looks like a dress, and that's not what I'm going for. I want to go for maybe a medium, something that still, you know, is baggy on me or true to its size but looks good. A lot of stores aren't allowing you to try things on since the pandemic. I would do the collar neck test and hold it up against myself in a mirror to see size. Size is important, so make sure that you're not buying or going crazy just because the item is luxury and it's a good size. Okay, and now for the yes no pile. My advice to you is, whenever I go thrifting with my girlies or whenever I go thrifting solo, I always do a yes, no, and maybe pile. I find a weird corner that probably looks suspicious, and I look at the items again, assess them, think about how it will fit in my closet. Will I wear it with other items? Will it match with other items in my closet? How many times will I want to wear it, or will I get tired of it quickly? And then I decide if it fits, are there any stains? Just a last overall check, and put it in the yes pile, no pile, and maybe. And then once I've got the no pile, I put it back to where it needs to go, and then I have the maybe and the yes. And then I go through the maybe pile again and then decide according to price of the item and according to the quality of the item, or potentially the luxury item, and decide whether it's worth it. Sometimes you'll see items that are 20 bucks and you're like, I know that this item is like $15, $18 after tax. It's not worth buying it for $20 at the thrift store. I can go and get a whole new top or whatever item it is, right? So you want to make sure that the pricing matches and it fits to how much you want to spend for the item and how much you see it as worth. And then after that, you've collected your yes pile and your yes from your maybe pile, and you're ready to check out. Don't forget to subscribe. I post 1 to 2 times a week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Mwah!